it was just like beautifully written. I think he
So
played
good.
the role perfectly. Like
Yeah.
it was kind of just fun to see him
Yeah.
like in his younger days on screen, just like really having fun with the role
Yeah.
and kind of just like making the role his own. So that
Yeah.
was kind of the first thing I had written down.
Yeah, I literally wrote, I like that Denzel was having so much fun.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
won an Oscar for this. He won an Academy Award, and you can
You can
110%
definitely
tell why.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Like,
definitely.
in the amount of material he got, like the quality of what he,
Yeah.
Chef's Kiss, it was amazing.
No, very good.
He was
very
so good. I will say the house raid scene where Alonzo frames Jake for murder.
Yeah.
I really liked that scene. Just the tension that was there, and the back and forth with everybody, and the fact that Alonzo, you got to really, really know Alonzo's character because he is always in control. Like in that entire scene, he had a gun pointed to his face, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 you're not gonna shoot me." And it was just like that scene. I think in particular is what got Denzel his Oscar. Like the whole movie did, but I think they like took special attention to that scene. And were like, and yes,
I could definitely
check
see
mark
that.
for that.
I think the next thing I kind of put down was, I guess, kind of similarly thinking about that scene, but I put like there was just a lot of good tension in this movie. I thought.
Yeah.
There was that scene. There.
I read the fan
I know we left the fan on. That's fine. But you know, there were a lot of good scenes with just a lot of tension. There was that scene. The whole ending scene was
that had
just
a
a
lot.
lot of tension. Again, even the scene with the weed, there was just a lot of tension. Like I thought there was a lot of just really good tension in the movie, you know, and not just from Denzel's character, or not just like initiated by his character, but like even some of the other characters too.
But I think he brought tension everywhere he went, because even when he left Jake with the Mexicans, I think, when he left him with them, there was like a lot of tension in that scene because of Alonzo. He was the catalyst for a lot of the tension over there.
I really loved how he was just such like a loose cannon throughout the whole movie.
He really
like
was.
you kind of never really knew what he was gonna do. So yeah, definitely some great scenes of tension.
That's all I had for
Positives. I have one more. The final thing I wrote down was I really just appreciated the cameos. I don't even know if they're considered cameos, but like just kind of seeing like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Terry Crews. I don't know who else was in there that I recognized.
Macy Gray was in there.
Yeah, it was just nice kind of seeing them all. Like I don't even know if this was like before they really blew up or like.
It was. I think we agreed because Training Day came out in 2001, so I think we were like, it's around the time the Chronicles out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why they were together.
Yeah, like seeing Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in a movie with like very minor roles just seemed like random, but it was just kind of fun, you know?
It was nice. I liked it, and all their characters were really good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just like they really
wrapped
up the movie.
Yeah.
Before we get into stuff we didn't like, I do have something to comment on, which was the whole about corrupt cops thing.
Yeah.
So I think it was one of those things where I was like, you can, in this movie, you can see how corrupt cops get in power and stay in power.
Yeah.
Because Denzel was a loose cannon, but Alonzo was so charismatic. There was just like a little twinkle about him that he can take control of the situation. He was loose cannon. He kind of was threatening, but also like not, and he kind of did the thing where he was like, it's your choice, but he like really put a gun to your head. So it was one of those things where you can really, really see why corrupt people are in power. And then also, to speak for Jake, you could also see why they stay in power, because Jake was scared of him for most of the movie.
Yeah, and honestly, I think how this movie played out doesn't happen in real life. Like, I feel like getting that one rogue cop that goes, I guess, rogue and like kills his partner is not very common. You know? I guess he didn't kill his partner, but you know, like just that, just that whole idea of like that cop who like recognizes the system's corrupt and like isn't involved, but then like takes that like one man stand to kind of overthrow it. I feel like that doesn't really happen in real life. But I also did kind of want to note on how they depicted the police as well. Again, like I thought it was just good, not good per se, but I thought it was just kind of real how they like showed it being corrupt. You know, and I think it flowed well with the story. And I was gonna like one more point. I was gonna also say like I feel like they did a good way of just showing how it gets corrupt, because like a lot of it was done by paperwork. So like even in that scene where they were in the house shooting the one guy who I don't remember his name, but the guy with the money. But like he mentions like, at the end of this, it doesn't matter what you can prove. Like we have witnesses.
That's what I was gonna say.
They're gonna say just you shot him, so it doesn't actually matter what happened. So I think that was just kind of
Jake came to at the final confrontation, he was like, "What are you gonna do? Who are your witnesses? Like, what are you gonna prove? Like, what's the story you're making?" And just like how he meticulously would be like, just even in that going back to my favorite scene in the house where he was like, "And here's what we're gonna say happened. You come in and then he shot at you twice, and then he like shoots him twice. Then he's like, and then Jake comes in and then shoots him. What happened, guys?" And they're like, "He came in, shot twice, Jake shot. He came in, shot twice, Jake shot." Like,
and I think kind of almost on like the flip side of that coin, you see Lonzo's like really good at like planting evidence.
Oh,
you know, like again in that same scene, he's like, they're gonna check your system for drugs. You have
I
drugs.
know.
Your handprints are on the gun. I think he said a couple other things where I was just like, wow, like.
And he was like, "You planned this." He was
I like kind of wasn't paying attention to the movie, I guess, but like he was definitely like on his shit, like 100%.
Oh my gosh!
You know?
Just the part when he said, "And they're gonna check your system, and they're gonna see that there's PCP or like weed in your system." He's like,
yeah, that was definitely like a nice jaw drop both on camera and
that was like, ooh.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, so I guess problematic scenes, moments, themes.
Yep.
Just yeah, I guess you want to start or me?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot that I could see.
Yeah,
it was
I didn't think there was either.
It was mostly like in the beginning when Denzel would like say things like misogynistic or derogatory things to women and gay people, I guess.
Yeah,
that
was one F-bomb I noticed.
Yeah.
But
not the good fuck. But
yeah.
The other one we won't say.
Yeah.
The one I said is not the F-bomb, guys.
Okay, alright.
But yeah, I think it didn't focus on that too much because then afterwards he was just a corrupt cop and wasn't.
Yeah. Like once the movie really started like copping, policing or whatever
he ditched that so quick and just got back to planting evidence and shooting people.
Yeah, he went back to like just regular badassery.
Yeah.
One note I did have down, which I didn't honestly consider it as like a huge problem because I know for me this one's like just a little more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it doesn't bother everyone, but Denzel did a lot of he used the N-word a lot to refer to white boy.
Oh, I didn't
What's
like
his
that
name? And that like made me
Jake?
a little Jake. That made me a little uncomfortable because like I'm just one of those people. For me personally, I just don't like to use that word, especially when referring to white people.
Oh.
Especially like in their presence, you know, like whatever they say or whatever you say, like if you hear a word, like you'll just be more comfortable around it, I think.
Yeah,
you know? And so I don't like
right.
pushing that narrative towards people. So that part made me a little bit uncomfortable. But at the end of the movie, or I guess when I was kind of doing my reflection at the end, it almost to me like was passable because of the role Denzel was playing. This whole time he's trying to get Jake to be buddy with him and trust him.
Yeah.
And so in my head I'm like, okay, he's probably calling him that, you know, to gain that trust.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess I'm not white, so I don't know. But but I don't know. I imagine like when a white person gets called the N-word by a trusted black friend, you know,
Then they're like, "Oh,
they're
that's
happy.
cool.
You know, they're
I'm
like, all right, I made it into the club. You know.
I'm so hip. I'm invited to the cookout."
Yeah, so that's why I didn't like view it as a huge problem. Because I imagined it was just part of like the role he was playing in the game he was playing, you know. So but yeah, that was the only other thing I had written down.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna go into our ratings for this movie. So what do you have it at?
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 4. You know, again, like this is one of those movies I'm kind of toying in with the ratings. This 4 was like a last minute bump up a little bit after a last minute bump down. So in the beginning, I actually really loved the movie. Like when Denzel was kind of in the beginning, just like literally just being his character.
Yeah.
And the plot hadn't really started yet. I was like, oh, this movie might get a 5. You know, then honestly, for me, the plot just got like a little confusing once like all the kind of not double crossing, but all like the who's corrupt, who's not corrupt kind of thing happened.
Spoiler, it's everyone.
Yeah, and like part of that I feel like is me just like not following along too closely.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna blame the movie a bit too, because that can't just be, you know. But
because I will admit that I also was a little confused in parts too. But what I like, because what happens is we don't look at anything about this movie before we see it. And then afterwards, like, we don't talk to each other about it, and we, like, separate and do our final thoughts and everything. So what I tend to do in that time is, because I take notes during the movie, I don't really have much to add, I'll just, like, look over the plot to see if I missed anything. And that's when I found out the whole Russian thing, where it was, like,
Oh
was
yeah,
asking for.
that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the Russians who killed him at the end because I think both of us were like, who are they?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, so I gave it a 4. Like again, like in the beginning, I just really loved it, but I found myself kind of getting lost towards the middle end. Um, yeah, so yeah, 4. I have another like big comment I want to make, but I'm saving that for a little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saving that for the
Cool.
Did You Miss Out? Because but
right.
we'll give it a 4 for now.
Okay. I also gave this movie a 4. I really enjoyed it, and I think it is a testament to Denzel Washington's acting. Like that was,
Definitely.
I think I gave my rating a 4 out of 5. Like as soon as we finished my favorite scene, I was like, oh, I love this so much.
Yeah.
Like it would take a lot for a movie to get a 5 from me, but this one was really good, and just the acting and everything was just top notch and wonderful. So if for that alone, I think that's why I give it a 4.
Yeah, no,
Like
I
you,
said,
I found things a little confusing with the whole like getting the papers and the Russians. That part I kind of like missed completely. It was like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no, but again, just like second, like I understand why Denzel won this Oscar.
Oh my God, yes.
Like I said, like within his first scene, I was gonna give this movie a 5 just off like his first couple of scenes. So
Oh, you're so good.
yeah, I definitely get that. All right, so the final question: do you wish you saw it sooner?
Okay.
Yes, no. Do you feel you missed out? Yes, no.
I'll go first so that you can
Yeah,
save your comment for the end. I'm curious.
I want to know what you think of this comment.
Do I wish I'd seen it sooner? Yes.
Okay.
I feel as though this would have been a good movie to have seen in like a theater class, because that would have been a really fun one to kind of dissect in that way. Granted, that's what we're doing now, but I think it would have been a fun one to have seen earlier and kind of get to dissect it and talk with more people instead of just you.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I really liked it too, and also, and I wish I did this more, where I saw like, because there aren't that many Black people with Academy Awards as it is. I kind of want to go and see all of their Academy Award winning movies. So this is a good start for the like 2 I've seen already. Like I've seen so few, but this is a good one.
Okay. So me, I also said yes. I also wish I saw it sooner. Again, great movie, great acting. It was nice seeing Denzel, but the real reason, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
I recently saw Uncut Gems. And I came myself for a set, like making this comparison.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get Uncut Gems out of my head watching this movie, and that is why I wish I at least just saw this before Uncut Gems.
Oh, I didn't have Uncut Gems in my head when I was watching this, but I feel as though I can understand because it has that same kind of frantic energy where, okay, this is a hot topic, but I can see how you're comparing Denzel's character to Adam Sandler,
and that's why
and they're very frantic energies.
Yep.
Like they're very frantic energies, only like Alonzo's like 10 billion times smarter than Adam Sandler was in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
You can kind of see if Alonzo was doing whatever Adam Sandler's scam thing was. You were like, oh, he would totally like crush it.
But honestly, the thing is, I think the comparisons I kind of made were, one, like they both do have that chaotic energy. Like they're both kind of unpredictable. Two, they're both like not really more or less successful in whatever like scam they're running, but they're all like kind of right on that edge where like they are currently afloat, but there are just a lot of people who hate them.
Ooh,
you know, like, and that tension kind of just grows throughout the movie a bit.
It's like the thing where they're juggling. They got a lot of balls going in the air.
Yeah, they're like juggling a lot. Like in this movie, Denzel like owes these Russians a bunch of money, and so now he's getting that from robbing this person, like his friend in the house, and then this, that, and the third. And then at the end, they do kind of just die because they pissed off their enemies that much.
Yeah.
You know, so like I was watching it and like I was waiting for Denzel to die, and like when they showed him driving off, I was hoping like, oh, maybe this won't be an Uncut Gems situation, but it turned out to be. Which like again, like I hate that I'm like comparing it to Uncut Gems. Not that Uncut Gems is a bad movie, not that Adam Sandler is bad, but like I don't like it. Just like I don't want to be thinking about Adam Sandler when I'm watching this.
Oh,
movie,
never.
You know, so that's like the main reason I had.
I think you would want it to be like Uncut Gems did a training day.
Yeah, I would have much preferred to watch Uncut Gems and be like, oh, I'm remembering Denzel in Training Day. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to
remember. So.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that was kind of my main like. It wasn't even a gripe with the movie, but like.
That's not the movie's fault. That's on us.
A little bit like I just found myself thinking about Uncut Gems way too much, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was kind of my my thoughts on it. Overall, great movie.
Yeah.
Definitely would recommend. Denzel did
Oh,
his thing.
highly recommend.
Yeah.
I will also say we're done with everything else. If you want to click off, I guess.
Yeah.
But the last thing I will say is I like how in the ending they Denzel his little not obituary but the news thing about him was like Alonzo was found like trying to bust this narcotics ring and he survived with that and then when you think about it that's exactly what Alonzo said would be said of Jake if he didn't go through with this whole like setup thing. So I just thought that was like chef's kiss, really good, full circle moment there. It was so good. Alright. And do you have any final things?
Yeah, no, I guess YouTube housekeeping. Like, comment, subscribe, bell, or is that subscribing? Is the bell the same thing as subscribing?
No, you subscribe and then the bell is to get notifications.
Yeah, so do all that. And then
and all of our social medias will be in the description box. And we'll see you next time to catch up with us.
Alright.
Bye.